morning, everybody. Welcome to Latte with Lynda, live in the kitchen. I'm not cooking today, but I am going to show you the ingredients for something I'm going to make after the shower. So, welcome. I started the morning, as I suggest, start your morning with some kind of movement. I did all my things. Well, yes, no, I did all my things. Did I do all my things? I think I forgot the bit about this one, you know, where you look in the mirror and tell yourself you love you. But that's okay. I'll do that after. Did brush my teeth with my non-dominant hand again, and I went for a run. Start your day with movement. I quite like to run. 5k maximum, don't do any more. It just, ideas flow. So I've got lots of ideas of things I'm planning to do because we are coming up to the 1 year anniversary of my mirror work. And that was, I think, the 21st of November, 21st, 22nd of November, 2023. So I have decided, Latte with Lynda, mirror work live. Why not? So I'll do it live this time. Last time it was all recorded, just itching my ankle. It was all recorded, and that was the first time, more or less the first time that I kind of went on camera and then put myself on social media. So I'm going to do it live. Why not? And if you'd like to join me, please do. It is great. It's transformational. It's learning to accept yourself, like yourself, love yourself, and being able to just look at yourself in the mirror and not worry, not judge. Very, very important. We spend so much time judging ourselves. And the movement, it's all connected. Kind of starting your day with your, whatever your morning routine is, and making sure you get some movement in there to kind of lock in that positive, those positive affirmations, that positivity that you are creating in your body. Because remember, movement, especially when it raises your heartbeat, running is very good. High intensity is very good. Yoga is very good. Anything that's going to kind of raise the heartbeat and generate the happy hormones, the hope hormones, serotonins, endorphins, oxytocins, all of that is so, so good for you. It just changes the way you feel about yourself. Morning, Angela. Hoping you're having a lie-in while you're watching Latte with Lynda. Talking about movement. So busy yickety-yakking. Didn't see that you'd popped on. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm going to have an awards ceremony for my fans, actually. You know you're number one, don't you? A special award for Angela. So there are no incidents today, which is good. I've talked about movement, and I've got a little list because you know me, I go off on a tangent and then I switch off and I think, oh, I didn't actually tell anybody what I wanted to come on and say. So the next thing is, today is day 30 of 30 days of gratitude. How quickly the month has gone. I started on the 1st of October with 1 gratitude. 2nd of October, 2 gratitudes, but 2 different ones. 3rd, 3, 4, 4, etc., etc. So now we're on day 30, 30 new gratitudes to share. And I added it all up today. 465 different things to be grateful for. And the point of this is to show that consistency compounds. So whatever you are doing, whatever you're going to create for your morning routine, for that thing that is going to kind of empower you and make you feel better about yourself, start with something really small and then build on it and do a little by little. Jim Quick, I love this. He always says, little by little, little becomes a lot. So do that. So from day 1 to day 30, 465 things to be grateful for, which is amazing. And it really does. And so the incidents, that's probably why I've got none, because I can't think of anything. I'm sure there were plenty. When they come back to me, Angela, I will report back. But I always see the funny side of things. For example, I don't know. I speak Lynda, everybody. And I'm trying to educate the world in the language of Lynda. And I really think I must speak a different language because I've got these guys. Oh, yeah. So, the garden. I'll have to post some pictures. I know that I say it every time I'm going to post and I never do. But I am genuinely going to do at some point, maybe not right now, but definitely pictures of the garden. It is back to disaster zone, but that's okay for a good reason. So remember Leo. Leo did the fencing and Leo did a land grab. If that's what it is. Well, it's a reverse of a land grab. He gave away parts of my property to the neighbours. And I wasn't happy. And I said, Leo, I do not like this. You need to do it again. He also made quite a hash of things when I got somebody in who knows what they're doing. And they showed me the damage he made to the fences because he didn't know what he was doing. I've also got huge holes in the side of the building which need to be sorted out because he's drilling into the building, which he didn't need to do. I mean, seriously, I could have done a better job myself. That's how bad it is. However, I have learned that he was very good for clearing the rubbish in the garden and no more. And as I've been advised by Yassine, he said, what you do is you get people in to do the heavy lifting and then that's it. You pay them and let them go. And then you get the skilled people in to do the work that you want to do. Because I bought really nice fencing and he's mashed it up. Had to buy more panels. Me and the timber yard were like that now. Best friends. They're like, oh, is that Lynda? I mean, I tell you. Anyway, it's okay because it's now looking better. And what is really interesting, so it was really bothering me. I've just noticed, yes, Halloweeners are coming. This is so I'm Witch Woo Woo. Although Witch Woo Woo has her hair out. So I'm not quite Witch Woo Woo. What was I saying? Can't remember. It wasn't important, or was it important? I know I started off telling you about Lynda, the language of Lynda. It's a language, it's actually called Lindish. And it's a skilled language, that you will evolve to be able to understand. Right now, very few people are understanding me. So yeah, let's get back to the garden. There was something I was going to say about Leo, can't remember. Anyway, yeah. So, yes, energy. So he brought the boundary in. So he created the fencing inside the property. And although it wasn't masses of space that he brought in, energetically it did something. It drove me a little delulu. No, I wasn't delulu because delulu's good. I wasn't very happy. Anyway, now they've kind of opened up and put up the fencing in a proper way. I'll post those pictures as well. As I said, it's all coming. I feel better. However, there is chaos out there because there is an awful lot of concrete that needs to be removed and collected. But I've got Leon. Leon's going to come and collect that, so that's okay. He doesn't know it yet. I'll contact him. So talking about communication. So I said to these guys, there is a spare fence panel down the side of that building. And they said, oh no, we'll move. And they were pointing at something else. I said, no, down the side there. I literally had to walk and point because they just were not understanding me. We got there in the end. So that's the communication. Right. Was there anything else I wanted to mention about that? I think that's it. Right. Okay. So let's get cooking. Latte with Lynda cooking. I've got my coffee. Oh, and you know what? I tell you about this spoon every time. I mean, you notice all my objects are feminine. She must be about 40 years old. Yeah, I reckon she's about 40 years old. And there's only one of her. She's unique, unrepeatable. So I'm making iced green tea with lime, ginger, turmeric and the black pepper. The black pepper is so that the curcumin, so that you can, absorb the curcumin. So what I've done is I've made some iced green tea. And it's in here, it's in this pot. Hopefully you can see it. And it's full. This pot, story about this, from John Lewis. And back in the very early days of the BBC News Channel, we had huge, I think it was the first Afghanistan war. Can't remember. Anyway, we worked ourselves crazy, burnout crazy, and we were given vouchers. Well, you could opt for a what was it? Some kind of TV. You remember those set-top boxes back in the day when they were a thing? You could either have that, or you could have some vouchers. And I chose vouchers, and I bought this. It's supposed to be a pressure cooker, but I don't know how it works, and all the bits have gone. So I just use it as a pan. And I think I was saying the other day, stainless steel. I almost threw it away thinking it wasn't. I had to Google stainless steel. Good morning, Jason, I think it is. DJ. Just doing a bit of cooking, whiffling waffling. So stainless steel. So when I cook, I use stainless steel or cast iron. Because when you're cooking, the things leach. Now, so you want to be really careful with plastics, and you want to be very careful with your pots and pans, that they're not leaching stuff into your body. Not good for you. So stainless steel and cast iron is what I use. So the ingredients. So there is iced green tea. Bear with me. I want to show you the green tea. Stay there. Don't go away. I'm still here, talking, in the cupboard, out the cupboard, avoiding tripping over. This is iced green tea, and that is from Turkey, and it's dried, and it's from a gorgeous woman who I teach. Oh, good morning, Paul T. Or is it Eduardo? Oh, Edward Oberon. One or the other. Or are you one and the same person? So, lovely woman that I teach Inferno Hot Pilates to, called Tule. I often see her in the summer, beautiful images of her in Turkey, in the family land. And I happened to mention that I'd run out of green tea, which another Turkish student had brought me, and I'd said that was from the land. And there's a really sad story there, because there was an earthquake in that part of Turkey a few years ago, and that particular student, Chanel, the whole village was destroyed, and the land, everything. I think only 2 members of her family survived. So really, really sad story. And I had been given green tea from the trees on that land, which no longer existed. So that I had the last batch of green tea. So a very sad story there. But anyway, so this is from Tule. So it's organic. It's from a tree in Turkey. I can't tell you the location other than Turkey. I know, but it'd be a nice part. So what I do is I brew it overnight, and I keep the leaves in, because I don't use much. I keep it in overnight, and then now it's nice and cool. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to strain it off. Oops. So the leaves will go in the Vitamix. Notice the Vitamix is kind of yellow, with a little bit of the tea, not much. Then I've got limes. I use limes because if you're using lemons, you've got to pick the pips out, haven't you? So I'm going to squeeze those. I've got my thingy here, which I don't know if you can see. That, a press. Bought that years ago, when one of those kitchen shops back in the day. And so I'll press, but then I'll get my fork and I'll get the rest of the insides of the lime out into the Vitamix. I'm going to add turmeric, fresh. That is frozen. So when I buy turmeric, I buy it organic, and there's a lovely place in Tottenham called what's it called? The Cinnamon Leaf Deli. I think that's what it's called. And it's family run by siblings, and I always buy the turmeric there organic. And then what I'm going to do is chop it. Oh, so what I do, I wash it, and then I put it straight into the freezer, because turmeric always goes mouldy if you leave it out. So I'm going to chop that, put that into the Vitamix. Ginger, let me just show you how much ginger I've got. Got quite a bit there. And again, that is organic. The stuff I showed you the other day from Peru. So 14 limes, handful of turmeric, handful of ginger, more ginger than turmeric, and then whole black pepper cloves. All of that's going to go in there with the lime, little bit of tea and the leaves. I'm going to blitz it, and then I'm going to put it all back in here, mix it all up, and then I'm going to pour it into jars. These are the jars. And these are olive oil jars that people may have thrown away, but I really like them Really good for holding the 1 litre. And then I'm just going to add water. And again, jars that I haven't thrown away. I love glass bottles. So I'm just going to top it all up. Top this up with water. Then I put that mixture up to there. And then I add more water. And then that goes into the fridge. And it keeps for ages. Now, one thing I've forgotten. This. That is stevia. And that is a leaf. That is the leaf that has been dried and then blended. So that's what I use as a sweetener. And I used to use 5 teaspoons. Then I went down to 4, then 3. And now I use about 2. And it's simply to take the tartness out of the limes. Limes are never quite as tart as lemon anyway. But very nice. Yeah, so into the fridge. And that will keep for as long as you like. Because there's nothing in there really to go off. Because there's no sugar in it, it's not going to ferment. And that is really nice. So that is my ice green tea with lime and ginger. Soul Tribe, that is it. So remember, do your gratitudes. In fact, what are you grateful for on this very day? That's maybe one thing to think about. That's it. Yes, that's it. So no incidents. Have some movement in your day. In fact, start your day with movement because that is when you set your mood. So make sure you move. The movement generates the happy hormones, the hope hormones, the positivity, the self-belief. So your mood is set in a positive way. Gratitudes are really good because it allows you to start to think of the positive. And have some ice green tea with lime, ginger, black pepper and turmeric with your breakfast. Right, Soul Tribe, thank you very much. Longer than I intended because I've got to get in and out the shower before the guys come back to do the garden. Oh my goodness, they kept knocking on the window yesterday. They don't understand when you say I'm working. I'm in an important meeting. They're still knocking. I'm on the phone. They're still knocking. Anyway, so I better get in and out and ready to get my work done and multitask with them. And also I've got a wonderful meeting with my coach. So that was the other incident I forgot to mention, Angela. Was that, that was Monday. I thought I got a meeting with my coach on Monday, but I didn't. But I think I mentioned it. So yeah, no incidents. All done. Soul Tribe, thank you so much. Whiffly waffly all around the houses, but we got there. Have some movement. Find your gratitudes and have some ice green tea. On that note, Soul Tribe, I see you, I hear you, I feel you, I get you, I've got you, I love you. Have a wonderful day and get set for Halloween. I'm looking for a witch to talk to. Send you lots of love. Bye.